Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Summer and I'm a waxaholic, and today I've got my empties video to share with you guys. And this week, or like the past 2 weeks maybe, doesn't really count because I was gone for a whole week. So maybe like the past like 2.5 weeks realistically, but I was only melting for a week and a half. Y'all get it. But I'm going to include some unempties as well because you guys know I only was here for like a week and a half during this time period. So I didn't really get through that much. So I wanted to include some of the unempties to let you know what I'm working on. So if you want to see what I've been melting for the first couple of weeks of November, then grab a snack, grab a drink, grab a blanket, and let's hang out. Okay, you guys, I'm trying to get my life together and like organize these by vendor. So I'm going to organize like the unempties and then the empties. So first, from Salt Mountain Melts, I warmed bread and jam for Francis. This was kindly gifted to me by Christine from Christine Scent Scene. So thank you again, Christine. I'd been wanting to try this scent for like ever, and she so kindly sent it to me. And I begged Amanda to bring it back in this current pre-order that she's got coming up next weekend. And I think it's like the 25th. Is it Small Business Saturday? I think so. November 25th possibly is the date. But she's bringing it back. And y'all, her list is a bomb. I'm definitely participating, and I'm going to try to resist everybody else. I'm going to try not to go in for anybody else until as long as I can stand it, honestly. I probably am going to set a goal to just do Salt Mountain Melts and then maybe the Teddy Bees pre-order if she does one in January. I'm going to try not to do the RTS unless I just have to have something, which I don't. I have so much Teddy Bees and I have a huge order coming. So I'm going to try to resist. But anyway, back to this. I'm so excited that she's pouring it for the pre-order. I'm obsessed with this. It smells amazing on cold. It smells even better on warm. Really strong throw. This was poured August 9th of 22. And I actually got a souffle from 2021 in a D-stash on Facebook. And I've tried both and they throw the same. Like, I feel like her wax has a pretty long shelf life. So that's good. Because my collection is really growing because her wax is so yummy. But oh my gosh, I'm so chatty. But the notes of bread and jam for Francis are baked zucchini bread, blackberry jam butter cookies, and creamy butter. And y'all, if you like blackberry jam butter cookies, this is a must-have. It is so good. You really need to pick it up. It's amazing. Here's another favorite from Salt Mountain Melts. This is Coven, and y'all will be proud of me. I chopped this souffle and, and warmed it. I love Coven. I'm obsessed with it. I don't know if that's why I didn't really mind chopping it, or the fact that I literally only chopped this souffle and like not a whole ton of wax. Maybe that's it. The anxiety of like doing a whole lot at one time. But this, yeah, I chopped it, immediately melted it, and it was phenomenal. The notes are marshmallow fireside, Palo Santo, and powdered donut. This is a banger if you like Palo Santo. Salt Mountain Melts has a really good one. It's like creamy and woody, and then mixed with the donuts and marshmallow fireside. Y'all, this is the coziest, most beautiful scent. My husband really liked it. He walked in and asked me what I was melting, which normally means he likes it. So it's approved by all members of the family, which is always good. Okay, I am almost finished with this big bag from Lavender and Speckles. This is literally a banger. Honey pear cotton candy zucchini bread. Spiced honey pears blended with cotton candy and sweet zucchini bread. Y'all, I tried this for the first time in the cotton candy sampler. Was obsessed with it. And then she brought it to a pre-order, so I got a huge bag of it. This is like going in top 5, I think. The blend, the spice honey pears is just a beautiful note on its own. It's like a little bit of sweet cinnamon or some sort of spice with a sweet pear. Then you get that really savory zucchini bread. Cotton candy just gives it even more of a sweetness. Y'all, this is beautiful. Such a strong performer. I'm obsessed with it. I definitely need more of this. Almost finished. I only have like oh my gosh, 3 pieces left, 3.5. So I can try to do a little bit in my open concept. I may have to throw something else with it, but so sad to almost finish this bag. I need to check and see if I have more of it, and if not, maybe beg Beth to bring it back soon. Okay, also from Lavender and Speckles, I have 2 little bunts left of brown sugar, figs, and honey. And the only reason I didn't finish this is because I don't have any more and I want to hoard it until I get more because I'm a crazy weirdo. Fig, orchid, brown sugar, vanilla, acacia honey, and sandalwood. Y'all know I've been really into fig and like plum, dark berries, and this does not disappoint. It smells like brown sugar and fig from Bath and Body Works, but better. I don't know, does brown sugar and fig from Bath and Body have sandalwood in it? Because I feel like that just elevates it and gives it a little something extra. If you like brown sugar and fig from Bath and Body, you'll like this one. It smells so good. Okay, I've actually chopped a little bit of this Ghost from Britta's, the Frozen Ghost, Icy Peppermint, Crackling Birch, and Yellow Cake. Y'all, this smells really good on cold, but on warm, I feel like that cake note really comes out, and I feel like the Crackling Birch, and then you get just a little bit of the peppermint. And to me, on cold, I feel like the most thing you can get is the peppermint because it's very strong. But those other 2 notes really come out when it warms. This is so pretty. I really enjoyed it. I warmed it in my office one evening. Really loved it. I actually walked in here and I forgot what I was melting because it wasn't super strong peppermint to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is this called? That's the Frozen Ghost, which is like heavy peppermint. And I was kind of shocked because it smelled very bakery. I also warmed some of Sassy Girl Aroma Halloween Night, Leaves, Bonfire Bliss, and Toasted Marshmallows. This was kindly gifted to me from my friend Tara from Tara's Fragranced World, and I loved this. And so I actually just hauled another brittle of this in a recent Sassy Girl Aroma pre-order. I don't think that's going to be up by the time you watch this, or it might be. But if not, stay tuned. It's coming. But I picked up more of that, and it's really good. It's very outdoorsy fall, and in the best way. The Toasted Marshmallow Bonfire Bliss adds some warmth, a little bit of smokiness, and then the leaves scent is just, I think about the Body Works dupe, and it's really pretty. I melted a little piece of this Rainbow Melts Comfort Warm Cashmere, Musk, Sweet Vanilla, and Soft Woods. I just cut this little stick like in half and warmed it in my son's room because I was co-sleeping with him while he was having asthma attacks in the night, just to make sure I was there to give him his inhaler. And I warmed this and I loved it. It is comfort. It's a very cozy, warm, like if a cozy blanket were a scent, this would be it. It's kind of like a really creamy body care, comforting, it's really pretty. And it did really well for me on warm. That is comfort. Really liked it. And then from Little Blue Coop, I melted Sweet Dreams. And I don't know the notes. They're not on here, but this was kindly gifted to me from Christine from Christine's Scent Scene. So Christine, thank you so much. This was like a really good sweet lavender, like vanilla, and it smells so good. I put it in my room, in my bathroom, and I was obsessed with it. It did really well on warm, and I really enjoyed every second, so I really am looking forward to melting the rest of that. And then, lastly, for unempties, I have 2 from Rose Girls. The first is Forest of Illusions, Palo Santo, Campfire Cookies, Vanilla Woods with a hint of lavender. Y'all, this is so pretty. It's kind of just like, it smells like Palo and Icy Vanilla Woods because I think that has a little bit of lavender in it. I don't really get a whole ton of Campfire. Maybe a little bit of the cookies, but this is a really beautiful blend. It's a very strong performer on warm, and I really enjoyed that in my bedroom and bathroom. And then I melted Frosted Blueberry Hill, which was kindly gifted to me in a D-stash. She sent me this entire bag, so thank you so much for that. She sent me an entire mini melter, a Frosted Blueberry Hill, which I don't think I've ever tried before, or maybe I've never warmed it. It's blueberry cereal, strawberry frankenberry cereal, and cotton candy frosting. And to me, this just smelled like very similar to Boo Spooky Castle. It was more heavy on the blueberry cereal, which I much prefer. It was a really good performer. I did it in my open concept and I loved it. So would definitely repurchase that. So now let's do empties. First, I have Rose Girls Fireside Cookies with cream cheese frosting. This scent was also gifted to me by the same sweet person that gifted me Frosted Blueberry Hill in a D-stash. And this was really good, honestly. I've never tried this blend. I really like Fireside Cookies. And you really got Fireside Cookies with cream cheese frosting. It was really good on warm. Did it in my open concept, and it performed pretty well. Would definitely repurchase it. I really enjoyed that. Next, I did Southbound Pumpkin Cheesecake Eggnog, Sweet Pumpkin, Sweet Cheesecake, and Creamy Eggnog. So this was a little 4-pack of squares, and I did it in my open concept, and it did pretty well. It was very creamy. It was more eggnog heavy. It smells like kind of spicy pumpkin with a little bit of creaminess on cold, but on warm, I feel like more of the eggnog and the cheesecake came out, and it was very rich and creamy with that spicy pumpkin. It was a pretty strong thrower for me. I was impressed because there was only 4 of these squares, and it did my entire open concept. So it lasted about 6 to 8 hours, which is pretty good for me with vendor wax, especially in my open concept. Sometimes scents can get lost in there. Okay, next from Britta's is Black Flame Candle by the Campfire, Cider Lane, and Vanilla Frosted Grams. I melted this one in my bedroom, and my husband was not the biggest fan of it, but it was a really strong thrower, and I liked it. It was very much, I got the graham crackers and Cider Lane, and then a little bit of that Campfire note. I really liked it, but I don't think my husband liked Cider Lane. He said it was a little too strong. And it was a strong thrower, but since he doesn't like apple, I took it out early, but I feel like this would have thrown for like an entire day, maybe even more. And I really enjoyed it, but him not so much. Okay, next I melted Sassy Girl Aroma Heading to Camp. I am sorry, I don't know the scent notes. If future me can remember, I will put them on the screen here. But this was also gifted to me from my friend Tara from Tara's Fragranced World. Thank you so much, Tara. I really enjoyed this. She gave me like probably more than half of a brittle, or at least half of one in here, and I am obsessed with this. This did so well on warm. It's just a really pretty fall, like outdoorsy type of scent. And it was a really strong thrower. I loved every second. I would totally buy more of this if she offers it, but I haven't seen it. But I've also been trying to stay away because I have like 4 outstanding orders, and I just placed one this week when she did the sale because I have no chill. So I'm grounded and I cannot order any more wax because if I do, I'm going to have to like buy a bigger house to store it. Okay. Next from Super Tarts, I warmed funnel cake and zucchini bread. I got this in the round robin box. It was a part of the funnel cake sampler. I think it was funnel cake. And this did pretty good. Super Tarts performs pretty well for me, and this was like a smaller piece, so I did it in my office. I feel like it performed pretty well for a few hours, but then it kind of dwindled down quickly after about 3 hours. But it smelled really good while it was throwing. Her funnel cake, I don't think had any of the like strong cinnamon, so it was just kind of like a bready, sweet, like powdered sugar with zucchini bread, and I really enjoyed it. Short but sweet. Okay, I have 2 from Fantasy Wax Melts. The first one is Eeyore, which is lavender marshmallow. These both are when she was offering scent shots, I think only in her shop. So they may be like at least 1.5, maybe even 2 years old. I'll have to go back and look. But this lavender marshmallow threw so well. And honestly, before she changed her wax formula, I never had any issues with scent throw. When she just did her scent shots, I felt like I didn't really care for them because I had to chop them, but you know, that's just a me problem. this through, and it still like smells so strong here, just the cup of it. And then I also did Viscount Bridgerton, which I think was from last year, and this is just honey buttered rolls, and this did really well for me as well. I did the lavender marshmallow in my bedroom and bathroom. I just cut it in half and did one half in my bedroom, one half in my bathroom, and it through. And this one I did in my office. I did the same thing. I cut it in half and put one in one warmer and one in the other. And it smelled like out into my open concept. These both did really well. So I'm trying to warm older wax first, and I'm trying to warm through. I have a ton of fantasy wax melts. I ordered like so much from every release when she first opened, and so I'm trying to get through all of that I haven't melted through yet, and those both did great. So really happy with both. All right, I have two from Swanky. The first is carrot cake, cinnamon buns, and cream cheese frosting. This is an older one, definitely a year old, maybe like a year and a half old, and I got it in one of her bakery mystery bags. And this was a little lighter. I thought it was going to be like super spicy, the carrot cake and the cinnamon rolls, but I feel like I just got more of a cakey, bready, like doughy with cream cheese frosting and like a little bit of cinnamon. Could be just because it's quite old. I don't know. But I liked it, but it was less cinnamon and more like bakery and cream cheese frosting, which I don't mind, but that's just not as strong as it would have been with cinnamon. So enjoyed it, but probably wouldn't repurchase it. And then this one, Lavender Debonaire Wedding. I actually just hauled this in my video, my latest Swanky pre-order haul video. This was the sample in my order. Y'all, I don't know when this was poured. It had to have been in October or November. Or I guess it could have been in late September. But y'all, this is so good. I think she redid Debonaire Wedding and took out the almond note. So it's just like white cake and maybe sugar cookies or angel food cake and white cake. It's like just a creamy cakey note. That with her lavender. This smells so good on cold, but y'all on warm, those cakey notes really come out. Adds a creaminess, adds a bakery. It's very rich. It's so pretty. I warmed this in my son's room and then in my daughter's room, and it was so strong. It did so well. I would definitely repurchase it. I think I have it in a shot cup from her lavender sampler from that pre-order, so I'm stoked that I have more of it. I have two empties from 38 cents. The first one is Blueberry, which is blueberry, strawberry, and vanilla. I warmed this one in my open concept because I was just feeling blueberry. I like to warm blueberry because I love berry scents. And then when I get tired of like leaves or cinnamon, apple, pumpkin, we've talked about this before, I like to like change it up and give my nose a break from those types of scents. So I like to warm blueberry as like a palate cleanser. And this did so well. I love blueberry. It threw really well. It smelled so good. It lasted for about 8 hours, maybe more, but that's about how long I do for like my daytime melts. And it threw really well the whole time. Would definitely repurchase it. Loved every second. And then this one from 30A was Spooky Pumpkin Crunch Cake. Pumpkin pie filling, yellow cake, pecans, and spice. This I also did in my open concept, and it did really well as well. It was super strong. You got the nutty note from the pecans. You get a little bit of spice. The pumpkin pie filling was very sweet. And then you get that richness from the yellow cake. This was really good. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did on warm. And then lastly, I have 3 from Lavender and Speckles. The first one is a sample in my last pre-order order, and this was strawberry balsam, and I'm so glad that I got this as a sample because I was obsessed with it on cold, even more obsessed with it on warm, and I picked it up in her last like RTS just last week, and I probably wouldn't have had I not got this as a sample. Strawberry and balsam together is perfection, and this was such a banger, y'all. This was so strong. The strawberry really sweetened it up, the tree scent, and it was just really, really good. Through forever, and this was just a little bitty like sample. So cannot wait to get more of that in the RTS. Really excited to warm that around Christmas and winter time. Next, I got through a bag of Sleeping with the Zucchini from the Gilmore Girls collection. Rich zucchini bread blended with red delicious apples, nutmeg and spice, and vanilla butter fudge. And I warmed this in my open concept. And of course, y'all know I get really good performance from Lavender and Speckles. The red delicious apple note is really pretty. Get a little bit of spice, some creaminess from that vanilla butter fudge. And her zucchini bread is very savory and sweet. And I really liked this one. I would probably repurchase it, for fall time next year. I don't think I would warm it any other time just due to the fact that it's got apples, nutmeg, and spice. But I really enjoyed it. And then the last thing in my empties from Lavender and Speckles and in general is coffee, coffee, coffee. Also from the Gilmore Girls collection. And this just happens to be my favorite coffee scent from Beth's shop. Strong espresso with the sweetness of buttercream and funnel cake bakery goodness. So I've raved about this before and I love it. It's really good. I really like Beth's buttercream. It's very strong. You can always smell it when she has it in a scent. And the funnel cake you really get as well. So you get like a heavy bakery presence mixed with that strong espresso, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful blend. I feel like the coffee you can smell really well, but that bakery also comes even more alive on warm, and they're just so complementary. Like the espresso is really strong, but then you get the sweetness of the buttercream and the funnel cake, and it's just like so, so, so good. Like you're in a coffee house drinking your morning coffee while having a pastry. It's just incredible, and it's a really good performer, and I love it so much. So that's everything that I got through the last couple of weeks, or the first couple of weeks in November. I was gone for 8 days. I was trying to be very strategic and make it a point to like fill all of my warmers each day. I still didn't. I didn't do my son and daughter's room like every single day. But, I'm just trying to get through as much as I can because I love melting, and also to make room for pre-order Palooza hauls coming in. So hopefully in my next empties videos, I'll have been able to get through a little more. I don't know because we've got Thanksgiving in there, and I'll also be gone for about 6 days for Thanksgiving. So who even knows? But I'm just going to do my best and try to get through as much as I can. So let me know what you're melting this week or what you melted last week, if we melted any of the same things, some of your highlights for the week. Drop me all the comments down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate you watching and taking the time to spend with me today. And I hope you have a wonderful day, week, or weekend whenever you're watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all on my next video very soon. Bye.